Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Now in this video, I'm going to give you guys a very quick disclaimer up front. If you're not able to use your imagination and look past what we're about to see, this video is probably not for you. So the video I'm doing today, I've actually had a lot of requests from people asking me if I can show any deals on the market. So obviously, sometimes deals means something that needs a lot of work. And I have a lot of people that are okay with that. Now, most of these deals that people are considering to invest money and time in are properties that are located in a very nice location with a great Airbnb potential. So I said, you know what? I think this will be a great video. Let me do one, see how people react, see how you guys like it. But the property we're gonna be looking at today, before we show it, before we scare anybody off, it is located about 8 minutes away from Siesta Key Beach. You heard right, within 8 minutes away. Not only that, but if you like Sarasota, downtown Sarasota, you like Little Key, you like Longbow Key, you're not far from that either. And as I mentioned here towards the beginning, if you're looking for a home that has rent potential, specifically Airbnb, this is a great property. So there's properties not only within the street behind here, that are renting for as high as $4,000, and they're actually a little bit smaller than this one. Ultimately, it's gonna depend how nice you make the property, but I think without any further ado, let's show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. I'm probably gonna save the outside for later because there's actually, I think a trash truck. They cleaned up, thankfully, they cleaned up a lot of what was in here. We'll wait closer towards the end because again, the truck is making quite a bit of noise. So we'll wrap that up to the very end. So this property here, it is listed at $249,900. It's a 2-bed, 2-bath, just over 1,000 square feet. And like I said earlier, you gotta really be able to look past all of this and use your imagination because this is totally a property that's gonna pretty much need to be completely regutted. So I'm not really gonna talk about what the home has as far as materials, because I think everybody, including myself, if I was remodeling this, I'd be ripping every wall, every floor, everything out of this, including knocking down walls and opening up the area. So that's what I'm gonna use this video for. I'm gonna use it just to provide you guys what I would do, what I've seen people do, and kind of just take it from there. So we already showed the entrance. That is the entrance here. You have a window directly to the left. You have one here directly to the right. We'll take a few different shots of angles here of the living area. A lot of these older homes, they do have pretty low ceilings. I'm actually pretty surprised that this one does not have a low ceiling. Another thing you want to look out for when you're purchasing pretty much any property here within the area is you want to make sure it's block, it's not wood construction, because you kind of don't want to be dealing with termites and everything that goes with wood construction. I haven't looked at the electrical panel, but I do see some extensions they had running everywhere. And the reason I say that is when we get back to that section, I'll probably have an idea if it is gonna have to be brought up to code or if the one it has is sufficient. But like I said, since you're gonna be gutting this whole home, you might as well take care of everything so you don't gotta do it later. So this is one of the first bedrooms. Now this bedroom is actually quite big. We're gonna look at it from all 4 different corners. See the closet area immediately to the left. Does have 2 windows. One window faces outside. You can see the trash guy having a ton of fun today. Got another window here. Now, one thing, I don't know if you've been able to catch this, but the home does not have central air conditioner, which is why you're seeing these different window-mounted air conditioners around the property. Now, they have some pretty modern window-mounted, or I've even seen some, they'll actually come through the wall. They're very thin. They're on the very top. So you'll have some options. Of course, you could probably, depending on how big the crawl space is above us, do a central, but totally that's something you could talk to a contractor beforehand or an AC guy before you do decide to commit to something like this. Now the flooring, I'd probably rip all this out and just do a solid, more natural wood color flooring. You could do some of the gray depending on what accents you're gonna be doing in the kitchen, but yeah, that's probably what I would do. And then in the bathrooms, obviously really take them over the top with tile running all to the top on the shower specifically, stand-up shower. You know, a lot of people will be very afraid for a property like this, but I tell them a small bathroom generally isn't gonna cost you as much as a big bathroom, right? Same concept with the square footage on the flooring, the painting of the whole thing. The fact that it's not a big property, you can probably expect it's not going to cost you obviously what it would cost to do a 15 or 2,000 square foot home. This one here is the 2nd bedroom. One thing I'm pretty surprised when I walk into these homes, they have a really bad odor, but this one Maybe it's because they took out all the trash already and they've probably let it air out. Yeah, see the windows, these are the old crank out windows. Those for sure would have to be redone. We talked about the bathroom. These two are, oh, I don't want to, oh, okay. Small little storage. So one thing I noticed immediately, and comment, let me know what you guys think, but I'm wondering how this wall, let me know in the comments what you would do with this wall. So you'd have to get it checked out, make sure it's not load bearing, but assuming it isn't, or assuming you can work around it, I think this kitchen could be made as a center of attention when you walk in from the front door. With one of those big island, that nice quartz with the whites, probably some dark blue I mean, there's a ton of things you could do with this. The kitchen, considering, the size of property and the layout, it's actually not bad. It'd be totally doable, especially if you're gonna be Airbnb. I think you can really make this into a personal, nice little property. So we haven't been outside, but it does have a carport. You can see it here, it's fully covered. And that would be the door coming in from the carport, which would lead you into the kitchen or this dining area. Dining area is not too big. You could I'd probably do a round table here. You could do a rectangle, maybe if it's facing this way, and you'd have to recenter that bad boy if you're gonna do the chandelier. Yeah, for sure the windows would have to get redone. This back room here it's interesting. It's like a laundry room. You could see the water heater here. This one actually doesn't look that old, but you could see the water heater here, as well as the bathroom. So there's a full bathroom here towards the back end of the property, just past the kitchen. So if you guys remember, that was the living area, the rooms were over there, and then coming here through the kitchen is where the bathroom is. Now, whether or not the bathroom could be moved, it's probably a lot harder, just because plumbing and drainage and so on. If you're gonna be Airbnb-ing it, I think it's not gonna be a big problem, but it is kind of awkward having it here in this area. Yeah, that panel doesn't look very new. No inspector by any means, but I believe that panel is gonna have to be upgraded for sure. If I'm doing the whole home, I would already be upgrading it from the get-go. Let's walk on to the back. So this here is the backyard. Excuse the shed. You kind of got to imagine the property without this shed. But really, if the shed wasn't here, it's actually a very nice sized lot. It goes to the back there. And we'll kind of take a look from a few different angles. You can see a tree went down. It's pretty difficult for me to get back there, but it goes all the way to the back corner. But you can see it's a good sized lot. Got access here on the right side of the home, and a little fence and access there on the right, on the opposite end. So just like the inside, the outside's gonna have to be redone, repainted, a brand new roof. It looks like, as far as I can see, it should be able to hold the pool back here, and obviously for rental potential, it's gonna totally increase it. But again, not necessary. Siesta Beach is just minutes away, so it's not that big of a deal. Excuse the sound from the trash guy. He looks like he's almost done. He's actually gonna need to come back. He has a whole truck full. And look at that, there's still a lot of trash. That's crazy, all that was in this home. Yeah, so here's a carport. This carport could be made very, very unique. That's the thing that, if you're able to look past it, personally, I'm used to dealing with this kind of stuff, so I could totally, in my head, see what the home could look like. I actually met a couple people while I was on the way here, and on the same street. One of them I met, it was a 700 square foot home, so about 300 square foot smaller than this one. And they're telling me religiously they come every year. They're from up north. They've been coming here for years, and they're actually paying $3,500. She was telling me her friend, which is also here, she also comes every year with them, is a street right behind here, and they're paying $4,000 a month. If you're looking for something with rent potential, specifically Airbnb, it totally is something you can do with this home. I think if you vinyl fenced it really nice, like they got here, do it on every single corner, possibly put a pool, but certainly gutting the whole home, it can really, really be a nice property. Now, I did mention the price. A home like this, generally speaking, especially in this market, personally, let's say if you were a buyer that wanted to put an offer on it, I'd probably recommend you to put an offer. Start at anywhere from $210 to $220 and see where we can go from there. It's a lot more negotiable with properties like this because the pool of buyers shrinks drastically. The amount of people that not only can do the work, but want to put in the time and the effort to do the work, that pool gets very small. So it gives you, the potential buyer, a lot more negotiation room. Now, a home like this may actually pass a conventional loan. There's gonna be a few things that are gonna have to be looked at, but thankfully, a conventional loan, believe it or not, this kitchen would actually be okay for that. Every bank is different. If that's an avenue you want to go through, by all means, you can shoot me a message and we can talk about those options. But let's assume you can get a conventional loan at around $220,000 and the seller's able to agree around $220,000. Realistically, a monthly payment on this home would be easily sub $1,300 a month. And let's say you put $80,000, $100,000 in rehab into the home. I don't think it's gonna be 100, but let's say you put 100. I mean, even the return on investment is still gonna be significant, considering and assuming everything still holds true with what the Airbnb prices are right now with $3,500 to $4,000. So guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Let me know in the comments if you guys enjoyed it. I've had a lot of requests from people. I gotta close this fridge. Anyways, got a little distracted. So guys, let me know down in the comments if you guys enjoyed this video. I know I've had a lot of requests from people asking me and telling me, Antonio, why don't you do like potential investment, potential flips, potential Airbnb property videos? I said, well, you know what? I was driving by today and I remembered this one. I said, let's go look at it and check it out. So guys, let me know down in the comments what you think, if you liked it, if you disliked it. More importantly, I'd love to hear what you guys would do with this property if it were yours. Would you knock down some walls? Maybe you'd want to add more room in the back, right? Add another master bedroom with its own bathroom. I mean, there's a lot of potential in it. So guys, that's gonna be it. Thank you very much for watching. My contact information is down below. If there's any way I can help you, I'd love to do so. Thanks for watching. Till next time.